What's going on? Thank you guys for coming in to check out the video. I want to let you know that the video is going to go through really quickly, so be prepared to stop the video if it's going too fast. And there's a lot of information crammed into the video, so if this is a good thing, please let me know. But if you want it broken down and moved a little bit slower, please let me know that as well. Just trying to come out with a more jam-packed video full of more information and a little bit faster. I'll have some more information in the description down below. You guys have a great rest of your day, and here we go. Hopefully from the last video you found the pottery book in either 3 bags of red clay or gray clay. You're going to want to open those up to get the total amount of 60, so that way you can make a kiln. And before you actually start using the kiln, we got to go a little bit further. You're going to want a pair of work gloves and a hazmat suit. Starting from here, you're going to want to make some sturdy sticks, which will be a plank and a saw, which will give you 8 sticks. From here, you're going to want to make some wooden beams, which will require a log, the lumber saw, or the saw. And from here, we're going to go ahead and make our carpentry bench, which has 10 planks, 10 nails, 2 sturdy sticks, a saw, and a hammer, and one of the following items. You'll also need carpentry level of 4. We're going to go ahead and make a wooden ladder for later, which will be 6 planks, 2 beams, 5 nails, hammer, saw, and be by your carpentry bench with a carpentry level 6. We're also going to want to start making quite a bit of the small curved shafts in order to make the blow drill blow, which will then be followed up with a fire drill bow. To get a fire blow drill, you're going to need the blow drill blow with a chipped stone. We're also going to try and pick up some thick rope. This can be done by taking apart a pallet, which will give you the wooden pallet back, which can be used for other things later. And once you have the thick rope, there are alternative ways that you can make it by using 3 pieces of rope in order to make a thick rope. You can also do it by making bark strips, which will take a total of 9 sticks. You get them into bark strips, then make them into thin strips, and then you turn those thin strips into rope. Making thick rope can be very time consuming, and you can use the branches for other things, so I highly suggest just finding pallets and taking them apart. Do this as a last ditch effort. You're going to want to start making the wooden stakes, which will be used for the mine, which is a plank and a saw and a knife. 2 of these are given per craft. You will need a total of 4. Hopefully around this time from out adventuring, you found yourself an auger. You will need the auger, the 4 stakes, the ladder in order to make a mine, which will be very critical going forward through Hydrocraft. You want to make sure that you anchor your mine as well. You can either use a shovel or a pickaxe, whichever one's in your inventory. The shovel will give you more dirt, while the pickaxe has a better chance at ore. Once you start mining, you're going to get a lot of dirt, and you're going to want to get a colander, so that way you can shift through the dirt to get more resources, which is iron, coal, copper, clay, and tin. You will also be able to use the coal in order to make charcoal. You can also use logs. Just replace the recipe where it says coal with logs, but you have to be next to a kiln and have one of those fire starters. From there, you'll be able to keep going and make ingot molds using clay. Clay will be used for a lot of things going forward from here. You're going to want to make an ingot mold and an anvil mold. Hopefully you found the masonry textbook and the masonry trowel, because you're going to be using them quite a bit from here in order to make red bricks, because that will be used for a smelter. Additionally, you can find the red pallets and open those up to get 100 red bricks, which is a lot easier than actually making it. Take a lot of time to get all that clay, so I highly suggest finding a red brick pallet and opening it. From here, you're going to want to make a bucket of concrete, which is an empty bucket, and concrete powder, and you're going to want to grab the bricks and make yourself a smelter. Once you have the smelter down, go ahead, pull it over to your inventory, move it to where you need to, place it down, and go ahead and anchor it. You're going to want to anchor it in order to actually use it. And once you get to this point, you're also going to want a pair of tongs, so that way you can go ahead and make the ingots, like the iron ingots, which will be used for quite a bit of things later on once you make your anvil and a few other things. I'll be highlighting some important things in red. The ingot mold only works for about 4 ingots. As you can see, it's going through my inventory, consuming the iron ore, and eventually the ingot mold will disappear. So when you do a lot of crafting, you're going to want a lot of ingot molds. because they're only good for 4. And here again, you'll see that the ingot mold is gone and my iron ore has gone down. Also be careful in crafting using a smelter because you can burn your hands. Whew! Thankfully that's done. It does take a little bit of the air out of my lungs talking that quick, trying to get everything in there. I understand that there are more things to the crafting that can be done, but this is just a quick way to get to the tutorial to get to the smithy, so that way you can start making your ingots. On the next video I'll be going over how to get your anvil up and going, which will require maintenance of level 2 and a blacksmithing of 4. Until I see you guys next time, sleep well, sleep tight, and don't catch me in your bed tonight.